Hello, Landria here, founder of DigitalExplorers.net. I have some interesting subjects I'm going to share with you in the next weeks, months. We're going into some challenging times, but they're good transitions, in my opinion, because we're looking at the world that we've created, and it doesn't work. It creates struggle constantly, right? Financial ups and lows, struggles with your relationships, your work. That doesn't even make sense. So I'm going to ask you a question right now. What does your future look like if you don't take some action? And I know this is a sales technique that people use. What are the consequences if you don't take action? But the truth is, I really mean that. What are the consequences? You know, I got out of investment banking 10 years ago. I knew that if I didn't get off that roller coaster, that crazy one, the one that I didn't really enjoy, nothing was going to change. I was forced to make a decision if I wanted to change my life, to get new skills, to learn new things, and online businesses I knew was the way because it gave me the flexibility and the freedom to decide what it was I wanted to do with that training. Now, I took lessons from training from this amazing person, Stuart Ross. I'm actually one of the Dream Team coaches for his entire company. A beautiful platform, and I learned so much. In fact, I learned so much that I can coach other people. I can create companies from scratch online, from creating websites to SEO to you name it. I have the ability to do that, and I teach other people, but you don't need to know all of that. And through these 10 years, I realized that I was in a world that wasn't that different from the financial industry. And what do I mean by that? I got out of the put money first, do anything, walk on people that, trusted you. It was everything but integrity and ethics. And that's not true of everyone, but it certainly was the majority of people, at least the ones that I was in contact with. And I also saw those that were good people. The way that they earned money wasn't always good for the rest of the world or our planet. And I, a couple of years ago, realized this has to change. And nobody's changing it. I couldn't see anything out there that was taking a different approach. And I realized I had to create it. I have all this knowledge of online businesses. I've hit 7 figures, and that means nothing to me because it's still about the quality of life for me. And we get challenged as business owners. We get challenged in anything in our lives, right? That never goes away. There's no happy place you get to if you make enough money. And we've seen that before. And I saw the world that I came from, the financial industry, and I saw that online businesses were really not much different. I could pick and choose, but I realized that the people out there looking for solutions had smoke blown at them about how amazing things are. All the same sales techniques that we use in the financial industry to get somebody to buy or invest. And I thought, this is so wrong. This is just how businesses operate. Get the sale. And you get trained on how to get the sale. What do you have to say to get them to buy? And I thought, we shouldn't have to do that. The product or service should stand alone, and all we have to do is point out what it offers, and if it's a good match for the person who desires that, you don't have to talk them into it. My students coming on board Digital Explorers, they get it. I tell them exactly what we're offering, what we're doing for them, how different it is. And I see that it's going to suit them perfectly because they're at a point in their life where they're done with working. And as two of my students said, survival mode. Are you in survival mode? I created something that has meaning. I created something where you don't have to come in and figure out what you want to sell. We do that with you. But it's not because something sells because somebody showed you a piece of paper of what they made every week. It's because you love it. You have wanted to do it. You've been interested in it. We create it. Events, coaching, products that you make, healing techniques, just giving advice, being an influencer like I am, making an impact on people's lives, but you're doing something amazing for yourself and others, and so it has great purpose. And it works. Because now, when you're making a sale, you feel good about it. And the person who purchases feels that they've gotten value. And there are no games, there's no selling techniques. Yes, we teach marketing. My marketing teaching is just to show you how to get your message in front of the right person who wants that. And it's an even, beautiful exchange. So what does your future look like? When do you make the transition into that world that I'm presenting in Digital Explorers? Or do you keep chasing money online? We'll make money this way or money on the side. It doesn't work. You saw my webinar. I think it's 97, I think it's 98% of online businesses go under, usually in the first 120 days. There's total expectations of make money online that's just not happening. There's no structure, there's no business, there's no plan. We have all of that in Digital Explorers, and you don't have to learn how to build websites or all the crazy stuff that I did. I eliminated that. You're not an expert, you shouldn't be doing that stuff. So we align you with teams of people that do that stuff, and they're good at it. And we have you focus on what you really want to do. And my students have said, and I want to share this with you before I part company at this moment. They said, I've really had a tough time trying to figure out what it is I want to do. And I said, why? And she said, I've never had to think about the things I love to do. I've never in my life been told to focus on what I want and my passion. I said, that's ending. We're going to go into a world where that's going to be the emphasis, and everything else is going to look insane. All of the false promises and buy this and buy that to make money, and it's just a world that is no longer working or that we're believing. If you want to create something amazing, and I know you're here because you have a little bit of a different mindset than the other people out there who just want to make the quick buck and realize they're just wasting their money and time. You'll learn real skills here. I do teach the skills. What do you want to know? I teach you exactly how online businesses work. I teach you the steps that have to be in place, and you make decisions along the way, and it's a lot of fun because you're always focused on the thing you really want to create, and we never say no. Some students are having a little bit of a joke about that. They said, well, what if I do this? Am I supposed to? I said, yes, do it. Do it. I'll never tell you no. No matter what it is you want to do, we'll find a way for you to create income. In fact, the more unique it is, probably the better, because there's not going to be other things like it out there. And yes, we make sure that there's a market for it. We do all that. We have research, all that stuff. But it's fun and it's easy, and I show you how to do it in a simple way. You come away with an actual business strategy. You know what to charge. You know who your audience is. You know how to talk to them. Whatever it is you want, we create it. That's how businesses should operate. If you want to be a part of that world, I invite you to come over. And if you haven't seen my free webinar, you can click and sign up for it. If this is coming off of social media, there should be a link to sign up for my email list. If you're coming off of my email list, you'll have a link to go into the webinar. And also, you can schedule a discovery call with me. I don't let everybody in my course. I know when people are not going to be successful or happy because we're all about the quality, the positive impact we're going to make, the passion, the purpose. And yes, the profits and prosperity, that's part of the equation. But everything else comes first because your life matters. How you live it matters. I'll talk to you in the next video, my friend. Take care.